who he's just a man about town right now. He's all over the place. He was at the game of the week between Lufkin and Longview. And Kyle, who he's been around East Texas football all of his life because he played it. Hey, big guy, when Lufkin got off to the start that they did you think the impossible, or what we would think would be the impossible, was about to happen?
I really did, MC. I mean, the way Lufkin started the game, I really thought that they had a chance to shake those demons of the Longview Lobos. But, I heard Ryan mention it. They did. They got a fumble right off the bat from Longview. Lufkin went down and capitalized on it and got a touchdown. Then an interception on the next drive. Lufkin goes down again, scores again. 14-0 before you could even blink, really, with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. So a really hot start for Lufkin. But then the Longview Lobos played Longview Lobo football, and they grounded and pounded all night long. It was 2 rushing touchdowns by Mason Washington. I'm sure there's a relation to Boosie there. Mason Washington with 2 rushing touchdowns. Johnny Washington with a receiving touchdown. And then we had Cummings. Cummings had 2 touchdowns on the ground as well. So just a great performance on the ground by the Longview Lobos, I should say. And they just wore down Lufkin. In the third quarter, they had a 7+ minute drive that drove 70 yards, and it just was wearing down the Lufkin Panther defense to where it ended up being 41-16. Check this out, Coleman. In the second half, Lufkin had 5 possessions in the second half, 3 punts, a turnover on downs, and a fumble. So Longview made adjustments in the second half. The only points that Lufkin scored in the second half was a blocked extra point that was returned for 2 points. So really just a dominant performance by Longview, even getting behind the 8 ball early on, a 14-point deficit. And they scored, 35 unanswered or something like that to take the lead and go on to win. So excellent performance by Coach King and the Longview Lobos, which I think they were playing with a little extra motivation tonight.
Sure.
with the news of the coach this week. So I think there's a little extra motivation there. But if you want to talk about Lufkin, Coach Absack, they got a hot start. They just got to find a way to consistently have that for 4 quarters and not wear down after the first half. But Lufkin's got the talent there, and I think they're going to be fine. But Longview, just like we thought, Longview's still Longview. They're still pretty good.
Well, that's why Lufkin went 10-2 last year, and so they're not a slouch. But I think what I take away from this game is the culture. There's that word. It usually applies to football. The culture of Lobo football. Those guys, they're down 14-0. They're not sweating. They believe in themselves. And then the more success they began to have, even before getting on the board, Lufkin's thinking, "Oh, here we go." It's like the transformation from being world beaters, they kind of beat themselves down, and whatever little success, whether it be a first down or a big gain, Lufkin's got to be thinking, "Oh, they're about to pull the curtains down on us," and which is what they would do. So, but like I said, they went 6-0 in district last year and 10-2 overall. Lufkin did, for a reason, and there's no shame to their game. And plus they're learning under their new coach. They're learning under him. He's a first-year guy for them, and he's got to know what he has. He only got there probably in the spring, so that time between now, he doesn't know what he has completely yet. He found out tonight. It's on film in competition. They will break it down. What we talking